Hello. So, I was thinking I was going to avoid a certain topic of conversation, but I just thought, why not? I have YouTube and I do these videos, and I'll just talk to you about it. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I just lost mm, one friend and one that could have been potential friend, and basically it was because I stuck by a boundary. I didn't like something that a person associated with my friend did. I didn't like how he treated me. He treated me badly, and 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 acted like it was a big funny joke. And I kind of went along with it. And it usually takes me about a day or so to kind of put two and two together. But it was actually about 2 weeks when I had a break for my camp membership. And so I come back here, and there they are, all smiles. Oh, yeah, hi, how are you? It's all good. And I had already decided that I wanted nothing to do with this person, and not the person that I still considered my friend. And I told her, I says, well, as long as that other person isn't around, I wouldn't mind stopping by for tea and we could still be friends. But no, uh, it has to be either a threesome or a twosome, which is them some and not me some. And so that's how she wants it. And I already, I'm already getting the vibe on social media. I'm not even gonna start. Um, so I just unfollowed her. I'm really close. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna unfriend her eventually, but I think I'm just gonna wait on that. Um, uh, let's see. Why don't I get? I'll tell you what happened. Because what it looks like on the outside to anybody not knowing the story, what it looks like is that this was a guy that I saw potentially as a romantic interest, and I got to know him and found out that is definitely not he is definitely not a romantic interest any longer. And um, the thing is, um, something he did was he bought me and this other lady who he claimed to said to me he also was not romantically interested in. And I, at this point, I don't really care. But um, anyway, he bought these two items, and he what he and one was supposed to be for me and one was supposed to be for her. They were little small gifts because we were both helping him out because he was in a hardship, and we were helping him out to survive. And um, so he basically said, well, he didn't know what I liked, but he didn't ask me what I liked, and but he kept saying, well, I bet you this is what she likes. This is exactly what she likes, and just beefing it all up. And I'm sitting there looking at it, knowing that's what I like. And it wasn't an expensive thing. It's something I could easily go down to the store and go buy for myself. That wasn't the point. Um, it was, it was like he was like saying, "I don't really give a crap what you like, and I don't really care about you. I'm just giving you a present as a token gesture. But what really matters is the present I'm giving to her." And long story short, she's kind of a controlling person, and she was doing that to me, and that's why I think this is probably good riddance for this friendship to end, because she was very controlling. and she didn't listen very well. And now this guy that she's helping out, and he's kind of using her for certain purposes. Um, uh, he said that he claimed that he used to be involved in a cult, and so basically, people who get involved in cults, they they don't have good boundaries, and they aren't very strong-willed people, and they they usually are very susceptible to controllers anyway. And my former friend is a controller. She likes to run people's lives and tell them what to do, and I'm not a submissive, and that's what she wanted. That's what she was looking for. She wanted somebody to be a carbon copy of herself. And I didn't want to be that. And I told her on several occasions, I says, "You're not my mentor." And every once in a while, when I'd sit there and I'd talk to her and confide in her as a friend, I told her, I says, I just need a friend to talk to. I don't want you as my mentor, and I don't want to be your project. And I told her that early in the game when the when the relationship started to turn south, and then it got better, and I thought, okay, we can both learn from this. But it's she's back to being who she is. Anyway, I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything like that. And I don't really care that the guy was not interested in me. I don't it doesn't matter to me, because I even before he started treating me crappy and making me feel like less than, like I was less important, and it didn't have how I felt was unimportant and didn't matter. Because we went when he went over to give her the gift, um, and he asked her, which one does she like, and she picked the one that he thought it was, and that it was also the one I liked better as well. And and then so she got the pick, she got the choice which one she liked, and then I was stuck with what didn't matter. And you can't tell me there's just something really weird about that. I mean, you can't. It's mentally abusive. I know what mental abuse is. Um, I was married, and um, I don't know, and now. Okay, see, here's the thing. See, she's on social media, and now it's really easy to post things, and like, get little jabs, little pokes. Um, she posted something about, would you like you if you met you? Okay, so now, okay, so no, that doesn't have to be about me. But here's the thing: she can post until the cows come home, and it could be all about me, and it could have nothing to do with me. But it's a way for her to get little jabs in without being direct, and that's very passive aggressive. And I I I see it all. I see it coming now. It's just going to get worse. This friendship has gone south, and I don't think it's coming back unless God shows her what she's doing. Eventually, I don't really care. I'm not even gonna play God trying to predict anything. I don't really care. I think they're both toxic. Um, well, the good news is that this guy had a lot of things not going for him, and we were both trying to help him turn in another direction to get his life straightened out, and which is great. Um, but I'm not going to be a part of that anymore. And the thing is, I've had guys not be interested in me before, and most of the time they don't treat me like crap. You don't if you're not interested in somebody, you don't have to treat them like crap, and you also don't have to be passive aggressive, and you also don't have to tow them along either. Um, if you're not, you know, if I'm not interested in somebody, you know, I'm going to kind of ignore this subject matter unless they pursue it, and then I have to tell them. You know, and I've been on both sides. So, you know, it works both ways. But eventually I would have, you know, if he would have not been crappy to me by playing that little mental game with the two gifts, um, I there were other things he was doing and saying that because the guy, here's an example. It's not the only reason though, believe me, there are other reasons. But one big factor that sticks out like a sore thumb is he never stops talking. And when you try to get a word in and interrupt him, and you know, if there's anything I you know no, the other person needs to say, you can see him. He keeps trying to. Oh, he can't handle. It's like a nervous habit. It's like he can't let you talk. And I did tell him. I confronted him. I says, you have to learn how to let people talk. And you know, it's an ego thing when a person thinks that they're, and also from being alone, he was alone a lot, spending a lot of time in his tent by himself, he said. And so I understand that too. That's a factor. But anyway, it's also a control factor um, when you're always demanding the spotlight constantly. Okay, so I'm sorry this is not helpful. This is not an instructional video. This is not I'm going to help you. I'm I'm talking to you about this relationship and that's gone south. And the relationship I'm really referring to is my friendship with the woman because I'm a heterosexual woman who likes men in that way. Um, because the guy, that wasn't going to work out regardless. He didn't have to play his little game, and I would have not wanted anything to be pursued beyond friendship anyway. And who knows, if he hadn't been a jerk to me, we would probably still be friends, and I'd probably still be friends with her too. We'd all be friends. But because he had to be a jerk, and I had to stick up for myself and tell her that he was a jerk to me and I don't want anything to do with him. And so she doing what she thinks is the right thing by completely snubbing me as the bad person, and that he is the complete innocent, and it just makes me want to puke. Anyway, it's just another day in the life as Tammy's stomach turns. So, there you are. There's a day in my life, but you've heard about the rest of my soap opera. So in future, I promise I will make some more interesting videos. I did have a lot of I've been making progress by reorganizing my RV, and I did spend some time over at my storage unit. And anyway, what I did was I reorganized my clothes. But well, I did a bunch of other stuff. I cleaned out my closet and reorganized my clothes, and cleaned the cab, which is the front driving part. And anyway, there's the main thing that I need to do now is my food, because I reorganized my food, and I'm putting them in. I don't want you to see. I'm putting them in plastic bins. Anyway, uh, this video is way too long. So, um, I'll be fine because the bottom line is this. I've had a lot of friends over the years, okay? And you know, and there were times, I mean, I'm talking about like from way back in junior high, you know, all the way to through adult life. And you know, friendships fluctuate and sometimes they disappear. And sometimes somebody gets something in their craw and they decide, okay, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. But this, you know, I don't want to talk. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the talk smack about. No, no, no. I'm past that. I'm almost 54 years old. I think it's time to grow up and get past, well, because you hurt me, I'm going to talk bad about you. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be mature. So, I have other friends. Okay, but it makes me sad. It's a loss. I'm going to acknowledge it. It's a loss. It's a loss of a friendship. And okay, of both of them. But hers, I really expected. I did not expect her to to turn against me. I expected. I thought maybe she might disagree with my decision. She might disagree with or want to point out something she thinks I was doing wrong or something. But I didn't expect her to completely say, "Oh, forget you," and I'm just going to go hang out with him now. And I don't know if she thinks something's gonna come of it. Maybe something will. I don't know. Maybe they're the perfect match. I don't know, and I don't really care. um. Anyway. Um. So thanks for listening. It's just another day in the life of RV living. See, that's why we shouldn't get camping memberships because there's too much drama. Seriously, because the people that do the boondocking thing, they know what's going on because they could be hanging out there with the bears and the mountain lions and the coyotes, and they're not dealing with all this people drama all the time. But I'm addicted to electricity. Okay, and hot showers and flush toilets. Even though, well, yeah, I do use it, but anyway. Okay, way too long. Later.